A mansion bathed in moonlight. 2 gunshots shatter the silence. A family lies in ruins. This is the story of Lyle and Eric Menendez, brothers who killed their parents and claimed they had no choice. Heroes or monsters? 3 decades later, new voices demand answers. Welcome to Darker Unveiled, where truth hides in shadows. Over the next minutes, dive into a case that divides the world. Subscribe now, dim the lights, and face the mystery. But beware, some secrets are heavier than blood. Beverly Hills, 1989, a perfect facade. August 20th, 1989, Beverly Hills, California. The Menendez mansion on Elm Drive gleams, a symbol of wealth. Jose Menendez, a 45-year-old music executive, rules his empire with an iron fist. His wife, Kitty, 47, a former beauty queen, stands by him. Their sons, Lyle, 21, and Eric, 18, are golden boys, tennis stars, Princeton-bound, living the American dream. But behind the gates, darkness festers. At 10 p.m., 911 operators hear Lyle's frantic sobs. "Someone killed my parents." Police arrive to a slaughter. Jose and Kitty lie in the den, blood-soaked, shot 15 times with 12-gauge shotguns. Popcorn scatters the floor, a half-watched movie frozen on the TV. The scene screams execution. Who could do this, and why? The brothers' mask slips. Lyle and Eric tell police they were at the movies, returning to find their parents dead. Detectives note their tears seem rehearsed. Days later, the brothers spend wildly. Rolexes, Porsches, a $50,000 restaurant investment. Lyle buys a $15,000 diamond ring. Eric hires a tennis coach. Suspicion grows. A tip leads to Eric's therapist, Dr. Jerome Oziel. His mistress, Judalon Smith, reveals a bombshell. Eric confessed to the murders in therapy, Lyle joining him. Taped sessions capture their chilling words. "We had to do it." Police arrest them in March 1990. The motive? Prosecutors say greed, a $14 million inheritance. But the brothers claim something darker drove them. What could justify such bloodshed? The trials, abuse or alibi? July 1993, Van Nuys Courthouse. Lyle and Eric face first-degree murder charges, their trials televised on court TV. The prosecution paints them as spoiled brats killing for money. Evidence is damning. They bought shotguns days before, typed a fake alibi script and showed no grief. But the defense drops a bombshell. Jose and Kitty abused them for years. Lyle testifies to Jose's sexual abuse starting at age 6, Eric at 8. Kitty, they claim, enabled it, her alcoholism fueling neglect. Tearful testimony grips the nation. "I was terrified," Eric sobs. "We thought they'd kill us." Experts confirm signs of trauma. Cousins corroborate the abuse. Yet prosecutors scoff. No police reports, no medical records. Were the brothers victims or liars? The first trial ends in hung juries. A second in 1995 limits abuse evidence. The jury convicts, life without parole. Justice served or a travesty? New Perspectives, the 2025 documentary. October 7th, 2025. Netflix releases The Menendez Brothers, a documentary reshaping the case. Lyle and Eric, now 57 and 54, speak from Mule Creek State Prison. "We were kids, trapped," Lyle says, his voice heavy. Eric, softer, admits, "I wish I'd told someone sooner." The film includes 1990s home videos, Jose berating the boys, Kitty slamming doors, hinting at a toxic home. A prison pen pal, Joan Vandermolen, Kitty's sister, shares Jose's controlling letters. Prosecutors like Pamela Bozanich stand firm, they're sociopaths playing the victim. But younger viewers on X see it differently. One post reads, "#free the Menendez brothers. Abuse wasn't understood in the 90s. Another calls them cold-blooded killers. The documentary, paired with Ryan Murphy's Monsters series, sparks a cultural firestorm. Why now? The resentencing push. November 2024. Los Angeles DA George Gascon files a motion to resentence Lyle and Eric, citing their abuse claims and prison rehabilitation. They've earned degrees, mentored inmates, and shown remorse. A 1988 letter from Eric to cousin Andy Cano, detailing Jose's abuse, surfaces as new evidence. So does a 2023 claim by Roy Rosillo, a former Menudo member, alleging Jose assaulted him. Gascon argues the brothers, sentenced at 25 and 22, deserve a chance at parole. Critics cry politics. Gascon faces re-election heat. Judge William Ryan sets a January 2026 hearing. On X, opinions clash. They've served 35 years, enough. Versus murderers don't get a pass. Could freedom be near? Or is justice still blind? The victim's shadow. Jose and Kitty Menendez were no saints. Jose, a Cuban immigrant, clawed his way to CEO of RCA Records, demanding perfection. Friends called him domineering, employees feared his temper. Kitty, once vibrant, battled depression and alcohol, her marriage strained. But did they deserve death? Their friends mourn a generous couple, funding scholarships, hosting lavish parties. The brothers' cousins, like Diane van der Molen, recall Kitty's warmth, Jose's pride. Yet the abuse allegations linger. Something was off in that house, Diane admits. The Netflix film shows Jose's cold stare, Kitty's vacant eyes. Were they monsters or misunderstood? The cultural divide. The Menendez case isn't just a trial, it's a mirror. In 1993, abuse victims were rarely believed, especially men. The media mocked Lyle's toupee, Eric's tears, calling them rich kids whining. Today, #MeToo and trauma awareness shift the lens. Netflix viewers, especially Gen Z, empathize with the brothers, seeing parallels to modern survivor stories. X posts trend with #Menendez brothers, some praising their resilience, others condemning their violence. Ryan Murphy's Monsters draws ire for sensationalizing the abuse, yet it fuels debate. Why does this case still haunt us? Is it the money, the blood, or the truth we can't grasp? Conclusion. A verdict unsettled. Lyle and Eric Menendez sit in prison, their fate hinging on a 2026 hearing. A mansion became a crime scene, a family a battlefield. Were they desperate sons escaping terror, or greedy heirs chasing millions? The Netflix documentary offers no closure, only voices. Lyle's regret, Eric's pain, prosecutors' scorn. 15 shots tore through Jose and Kitty, but the echoes hit harder. What's your verdict? Comment below. Should they walk free or stay locked away? Subscribe to Darker Unveiled, hit the bell and share this tale. More shadows await. But if you hear a whisper from the past, listen close. Truth doesn't stay buried.